All right, so when you guys are grabbing Sculpy, this is oven baked clay, and you can see that it kind of tears off. This will need to be kneaded to make it a little bit softer. Some of it is a little bit harder than others, and some takes a little bit more time to knead it. And then we are going to be using the extra pieces before we open up a new container of the Sculpy. I'll show you guys the cart here in a minute, but I want to show you guys how to use the rollers. So this one's all set up, it's anchored to the table. The handle is just inserted right here, and then we can roll on the piece. So the handle, this is where the clay is gonna go right here. The handle will dictate how thick of a piece you guys have, just like the knobs on the slab roller. So you pull it outward and then turn it, okay? So there's numbers on there for the thickness. If you're wondering, the larger the numbers, the thicker it's going to be. So let's say I roll it at, say, a 7. And when I roll this, I don't want to stick my clay down like this, because then I'm going to end up with a longer hot dog shape. So I want to roll it sideways, and I pinch it a little bit so I can feed it through, just like our clay rollers. I'm going to press it here and then roll it through so it comes out on the bottom. This was, I think, at a 9, so I'm going to switch it so it's a little bit thinner. That might be too thin, but we're gonna try it out. And I can re-roll. I promise this is easier when you guys will be using 2 hands. Let's see if I can grab it. There we go. And Sculpy clay is a lot more dense than the clay that we use. Yep, this will work. So when you guys are doing your pieces for your canes, I would say about a 2 or a 3. So this would give me plenty of clay to work with for the exterior on the cane, and then you guys will roll a tube in a different color. So when you're setting this up, these will only be able to go on the black tables, because you can see the bottom piece right here. I put the anchor, and then all I would have to do is just twist this to get it to stick on like a C-clamp, and then the handle obviously goes right here. It will not work on these tables. It's a little bit too big. And then you guys will be working on a paper plate, so you guys have a clean surface. You store everything on your paper plate, and we'll put it in baggies. The Sculpy cart is going to be over here. We'll store all of the rollers in here. There's extra Sculpy. You guys will be keeping your scraps, but to start off with, you'll grab it from here. And then there's new containers that we do not open until this is completely empty. We do have tools over here. These are large razors, and they are just razor edge for when we're cutting our canes. You guys will be sharing these, and they need to be put back at the end of the class period. These I do have to count.